All right, it's something we talked about in pattern predictions and the monthly forecast, right? That the cold air doesn't want to let go just yet, which is why there'll be snow falling again in spots by tomorrow morning. Hi, good evening to you. Sunday evening insights here. Matt Noyes, 1 degree outside Weather Network. We go from cloudy skies to developing rain and snow showers. We get after midnight tonight. They will be coming down in the early morning. So that means that for the bus stop in the morning, it's going to feel cold and it's going to look cold. It's going to be wet in spots. It'll be snowing in others. I'm going to show you that here in just a second. Notice the school day feels like forecast. The impact on the body is like winter, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Even by Wednesday, you're starting out with the bus stop feeling like 17, and by the afternoon, you still feel like the upper 30s, and that's about it. What's going on? A cold front came through. It delivered another shot of Canadian cold air, and now the next storm center is going to ripple along that front as it stalls out, but it's south of us. So as it goes by, it throws the moisture on the north side. Southern and central New England in particular get into a mixture of raindrops and snowflakes overnight tonight into Monday morning. During the day Monday, you gradually go back to cold raindrops, but it's chilly all day long. Tuesday, you're still very much in the cold air. Some snow showers possible in the mountains Monday night and Tuesday with a little bit of accumulation for you. And then by the time we get to Wednesday, sure, we're drying out, but still very much the chilly air that'll be in place. Looks like the next system coming in here as we get into late Thursday night. That one also starts us out on the colder side of things. So with the storm track being down to the south, you just don't get those blasts of warmth we were getting with each storm earlier in the season. Here's the radar forecast heading in toward midnight tonight. Rain showers at first, but notice the temperature begins cooling. And as we continue to cool that temperature with precipitation falling after midnight, that's where you start to see the flip over to snow. A mixture in pink, snow in blue, Berkshire County into it 4 a.m., probably northern Route 2 corridor for that matter as well. We think Worcester may go over to snow somewhere around 4 o'clock on the hilltop and at the airport. Down to the valleys might take another hour or two, but by 6 to 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, you've got snow taking over for many. Now, it's a wet snow. Notice your air temperatures are generally running above that 32-degree freezing mark. So you'd say, does it melt on contact? Yeah, the ground temperature is going to be above freezing as well. However, it may come down steady enough between 6 and 8 in the morning. It might come down just steady enough in some of these areas to begin to stick, not only in the grass, but even on some of the untreated road surfaces. Rock salt would work fine with temperatures like this, but if you don't have any treatment, there may be a little bit of that kind of film that can develop on some of our roads, particularly with elevation in central and western Massachusetts, some of the hills of northern Connecticut and into southern New Hampshire. Notice by 9 a.m., Boston proper, never getting below about 34, 35 degrees, probably melting on contact for you. Areas farther to the south and east, mostly it's raindrops, although some of the suburbs just south of Boston get a rain-snow mix for a while. And once you get past 9 in the morning, you pretty much have made that transition over to what will end up being either raindrops or the snow is so wet it never sticks. You don't get that much in northern New England. You just never really got into the moisture, as you probably noticed. And then getting into tomorrow afternoon, again, there's still going to be some flakes mixed in, but notice the temperature pretty safely above the 32-degree mark. So mostly it's just kind of raw feeling and wet for the latter part of Monday. You'll be able to track it all through the day with the radar right on our app. I always recommend past plus future mode. But in terms of how much snow we're getting, you'll see it's not much. You don't get enough moisture to really add it up in northern New England. So it's essentially going to be like southern New Hampshire, southern Vermont, running down northern Connecticut. Mostly it's a coating to an inch, maybe 1 to 2 in areas of bright white. That would be mostly on the hilltops. And again, it's more that would stick on the grass than on the pavement overall. In terms of total amount of precipitation, if you were to say how much liquid equivalent falls from the sky, it does continue to help the water table a little bit, between 1/4 and 1/2 inch across a lot of central and southern New England. Again, those lighter amounts when you come farther to the north. Notice your high temperatures Monday. The reason I say it's raw, you never really get much past 40 degrees, even in the warmest spots. Actually, the warmest parts of New England tomorrow are going to be either way down at the south coast of Connecticut or way up north, where we actually get a little bit of sunshine. You can make it up over 45 degrees in the Champlain Valley. So things are a little weird when the farther north and west you go, the warmer it gets tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I do think that we have a chance to freeze a little bit of moisture. Now, where that would be most likely to happen would be across central and southwest New Hampshire and parts of central Mass. Most of us probably stay just above that freezing mark. And then heading into Tuesday, still the cool air. Tuesday, the wind starts to blow. It's going to get gusty coming out of the west-southwest, but even with that, you still never get out of the 40s. So it's a cool feeling day. Wednesday is in the 40s. The wind gets a little bit lighter again. And then Thursday, maybe the day that you can start to break a little bit of warmer air coming in ahead of that next system that's set to arrive late Thursday night. A reminder, you can grab the gear, swag.onedegreeoutside.com. See you in the early morning with an update to get your week started out right at onedegreeoutside.com and atop the home screen of our app.